What's up, my weebles? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cicero, good morning. Let me redo this. Oh, okay. Concrete Jungle in the building. Good morning, good morning. My good brothers, good morning. Thank you for tapping in for old Otis. I gotta get here to my own stuff. I ain't even tapped in. What's up, Lena? L 501 in the building. Good morning, beautiful people. How did I miss this? Good morning. Okay, my bad. Good morning. Good morning. Let me put all this on. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Okay, Meat Freak in the building. Good morning. Terry Nixon. Good morning. Asaya Quill, aka Mama Quill. Good morning. Wanda Smith. Good morning. Avis Hopkins in the building. Good morning. Good morning. What you say, Lena? She said, do something spectacular, then I might notice you. Do something to make me notice you. Bitch. Hey, I'm trying to do something. I'm showing y'all I'm gonna be here to do it. You heard? I'm learning. They got me from behind the cameras in front of this thing. What's up, Shawty Chef? My cousin from next door, you heard? From Saskatchewan, Canada is in the building. We got Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. How y'all doing, beloveds? I'm waiting on my Gaddis clan to tap in. How you doing, the lovely Linda Children in the building? Good morning, beloved. Good morning. How y'all doing on this thirsty Thursday? You heard? I'm gonna call it thirsty Thursday. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? Michael Barringer, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for tapping in. I see in the world getting a little crazier by the moment, ain't it? How everything going on in the city? What did y'all see that I might have missed? What can y'all recall that went on last night that might be a little interesting? Felicia Martinez, thank you for tapping in, sending that love from Jersey, and we gonna receive it. You heard? The lovely Cassandra Scott, thank you for tapping in. Kenneth in the building, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, this what a time to be alive. And you said it what a time to be alive. How you doing? How you doing? I'm sitting up here. I had to come on tap back in. I'm almost back to my regular schedule, what I be doing. This ear infection had your good brother under the weather. Under the weather. That's why I'm drinking plenty of water. Show you I'm drinking plenty of water. Taking my Bonnie Vanner, thank you for tapping in from the Big Easy. You heard? From the Big Easy. New Orleans, that is. How y'all beloved people doing? I'm seeing that the government, when is the government supposed to officially shut down? I had skimmed over some pages. You know, I had to go and I ain't going. I wouldn't let you leave. You heard? Went to Philly and I enjoyed my time there. You heard? By way of the good brother, well, you know what, Johnny G as he called himself. Marcus Fielder, how you doing? Thank you for tapping in. Let me see. You know, I've been scomming. I mean, I've been combing through the Flint politics rebooting. Something came up that I thought it would be interesting to share with the family this morning and about what's going on. Okay, fires with this, and I'm gonna have to get. As you can see, hold on, let me get this down here. Oh, okay, let me bring this up for y'all. My bad. Let me see who did I be. Miss Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. Thank you for tapping in, Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Constance, thank you for tapping in. The lovely Teresa, thank you for tapping in. You know, and I gotta give for this information, I gotta give a shout out to Serenity and Peace for this, for this info. I was scanning through. I don't know if a lot of people have seen it. I keep missing it. And this is from let me blow it up for y'all from is it from Big Gretch? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is from Gretchen. Let me blow it up a little bit. This from Big Gretch from the state of Michigan. It said, Dear Superintendent, I gotta give a shout out to Serenity and Peace. for putting this out here. You know, she did share. She shared it in Winter's group. If y'all want to get info what's going on in the city of Flint, y'all tap into that Flint Politics reboot. The one that Winter's running, you heard. A Spragg, thank you for tapping in. Sexy Chocolate, Latrice Green in the building. Thank you for tapping in this morning. And Reverend Gladys Gaddis Long, Hillsboro, North Carolina in the building. Georgia boy, top of the morning to you. Noble Mac, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for tapping in from Cincinnati. And let me see, it said, dear superintendents, last night as parents across Michigan put their kids to bed, some received emails from their districts telling them that their child will not be fed free breakfast or lunch at school tomorrow. Many other schools, on the other hand, operate as normal and fed every child who walked through their doors this morning. We are grateful to them. We write today to call on every school to continue feeding every student. While we acknowledge the uncertainty that the Michigan legislation has created by not passing the final budget, yet we implore you to do what it takes to feed every kid as we wait for the budget. So to keep it simple, do what's right for our students and continue providing free school breakfast and lunch for all. Wow. Wow. Let me see. It said 2 summers ago, we came together to make school breakfast and lunch free for all 1.4 million public students in Michigan. Free school meals save parents valuable time every morning, around $1,000 a year per kid, and ensure no children go hungry while they learn. Nutrition is directly linked to academic achievement because it's almost impossible to focus during class on empty stomach. I believe that is true. We need to feed our kids to help them succeed. It's kind of hard. Oh crap! It's kind of hard. Take this down. It's kind of hard, but that's rough. That's rough right there, because you don't know every home. That's why I do kind of understand when people were saying, far as if the Democrats really fighting for this, like, do you really want kids to go without eating? I didn't work in the school system. Some homes don't be able to feed their kids. We don't know what every circumstances is, but the kids shouldn't have to suffer that way. Let me see who tapped in. Lindsay Erica Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. Coming from Indiana. Big Mama Gaddis in the building. My Gaddis clan has showed up. Yogi G, what it do? Coming from the 202, you heard. Deborah O'Neill, thank you for tapping in. And we're going to stay blessed and encouraged. And she mean that for everybody in the chat. The lovely Carolyn Hendrickson tapped in. How you doing, beloved? We see Denise from Georgia is in the building. And we got Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers. That's coming down from the bottom. That's down Miami, Florida. Then we got Mrs. Tina M. Smith in the building. Felicia, who we sponsoring this roll call? She said Mickey's roll call is sponsored by House Rep Mike Johnson for refusing to swear in newly elected Rep Althea at the leader. I don't know. Arizona, she would be the one signature needed to release the Epstein's files. Do your job, said Newly said, refusing to swear in newly elected Rep. The lovely Deborah Luna. I messed that name, butchered it. Good morning, beloved. And we got Erica Gaddis coming in from California, Los Angeles, that is. Look, I'll tell you, my Gaddis clan in LA lovers. Who we got? Good morning. Davina's just trying to save her job. Hassan Pinchback said she knew where to take the paperwork if she wanted Leon out. Facts. Mr. Classic, thank you for tapping in. We got Pop Gaddis in the building. Chicago, that is. Otis, Roll Tide is in the building. Alabama, that is. Coretta H, thank you for tapping in. Lanita Murray, good morning to you. The Way of Jesus Christ through Faith Church, you heard? Good morning. So how y'all feel about that, as I was putting up, and shout out to Serenity and Peace. She put that in Winter's group, such a group that you can get a lot of info up out of there. I mean, not feeding the kids. Wow. But I guess this is the game in politics. Yeah, words are hard this morning. You put a name in there. Hell, I'm having a hard time speaking the English names. Blake E. Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. That's my Gaddis clan. He's coming from Chapel Hill. I keep telling y'all, North Carolina lovers, don't believe everything you hear. Even South Carolina got love for us. Oh wow, she's a Democrat that is filling the seat of deceased father. What is it that they don't want them Epstein files to come out? What is it that is so devastating? Let me see what Mr. Thomas said. He said kids are required by law to be at school. Breakfast and lunch should be free. You know, like I said, Mr. Thomas, do they really care about the kids when they doing stuff like this? Like, I mean, from all the stuff that's going on, do we see where it's a game at now? You know what I'm saying? Do we like actually see what's going on? Wanda Jones Gaddis, thank you for tapping in from Hillsborough, North Carolina. Good morning, beloved. And I thank y'all for tapping in to CO Otis. Good morning. Our children deserve better than you would think. You would think, but this is the people that we elect, you know. We elect people that I mean, can we say that we elect the people? This is what the parties put in front of us. I think more of them are party first, and then they are really residents first, or they citizens first. Tasha Lynn, thank you for tapping in. You know, thank you for tapping in. I mean, like, you know, is it really? I'm just think about it. A lot of the laws they know, far as the schools, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on. Like Teresa said, like, share, and subscribe, family. I mean, look how they want to put all this other stuff out. It's like, to me, it's just crazy. Like, we even having a debate where, you know, you got to put this out, send this to the superintendent, say, hey, you know, tell the schools, you know, do what is right. Like, some of the stuff that they doing is crazy, but this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Let me see, Otis Johnson. The files will probably expose so many people who are sitting in high places. Dr. Cammy, thank you for tapping in. Good morning to you. No, you right, Otis, but you know what? I think, and this what is so crazy with this whole thing. But can you see it's Democrats and Republicans? It's Democrats who voted. I mean, who voted for no, not to release that stuff neither. So, do they really care about what happened to women? You know what I'm saying? Do they really care? Do they really care what happened to kids? Megan Swanson, thank you for tapping in. Do they really care? Oh, that wasn't for us. That's for them. Let me see. Big Mama Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. Let me see who this is. Okay, Mr. Thomas said, blame Republicans. They passed reconciliation bill to cut funding for school meals. And that's what I don't get. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Do they really care? Do they really care about the citizens of America? Like, I mean, they have us talking about what we got undocumented. I mean, do they? This my thing. Do they really care what's going on in these schools? If a kid, you just look at the junk food that they have up in there, they know what's leading to a lot of obesity. They know what's leading to like more kids having diabetes. Tony Terry, thank you for tapping in, good brother. Let me see what Deborah Luna says. She said Epstein was in some pretty high circles all over the world. I mean, but see that, but you know what? Who gonna want to expose themselves? That's like here with the water crisis. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see the stuff out. Why you think it was such a big thing to And I know I'm jumping. It was such a big thing to blow this case when they knew what they had. But Pastor Myron Gaddis said, "I'm officially grafted into the Gaddis clan." You heard? Let me see what Felicia says. In the midst of government shutdown, there are still some legislators out here fundraising. Do your jobs, work on the ending of the shutdown. But you know what? They got to do their fundraising because they got a job they obligated to do too. You know what I'm saying? When you got people paying people, you know what I'm saying? Like this a lot of this stuff is oh, okay. Let me hold on, family. I was just got a text. I was looking at something. Let me see. The issue probably is about young girls, which so many of these guys are rumored to have dealt with. But right. That's what it really is. But that's what I'm saying. Do they really care? That's what I'm saying. This all right. Like you can point out R. Kelly, you can point out Bill Cosby, and that's what kind of like throws me off. Like you can point at them, but it even go higher. Look at Hollywood. Look at the movie industry. Look at just check into modeling. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere where there's money at, you gonna have some things. You gonna have things like that going down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them is like, to me, it's like it's nothing new that you didn't seen, but it's like it's all right. We'll show the ones who down here doing it because you got to remember at one time we can go with some of my grandparents. You know, a lot of them was being married when they was 14, 15, 16, coming up from the South. You know what I'm saying? They was allowing that to happen. Not saying it was right, but that was just the times back then that they was allowing. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, more mature, you know things. You know what was probably what was going on back then. It's not you can tell like okay that wasn't right now. You know what I'm saying? So you don't go for the same stuff. But these like the little dark secrets that they be having. Like you ain't this ain't our first time hearing about the stories that went in on Hollywood. But when you got money, you can bury stuff. Like I was saying yesterday. Look how Terry Crews, got did, but him not want to speak up because he was looking at he accustomed to a certain lifestyle and he don't want to be blackballed. He don't, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't want to come back. Uh, like you have people up there that'll go crazy that used to riding around in $1 million cars and they had to come right down. I'll give you a story. I was listening to some 50 Cent was saying about Mike Tyson. He was said when he had seen him, he was mad at Floyd. He said he came out and I'm not saying the verbatim, but he said he watched Mike. He came out, pushed the doors open. He's like, he thought he was gonna have to fight him with something. He was like, man, I'm riding out here in an Escalade. But that was like what 50 was saying was like $100,000 car at the time. He was like, but Mike was used to riding $1 million cars, $500,000 cars. He was like, damn, you mad about this? He said, but this $100,000 car, and that's how it be when you get. I guess when you get here, you used to riding in this. You don't want to go back down to this. So some stuff them people gonna take. That's like when that director, or I mean that executive, when he grabbed them up down. These stories that you've been here, even with like you said with Weinstein. How you doing, Michelle Smith, aka and her husband tapping in. Good morning to both of y'all. Rose Gaddis from Seattle, Washington. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. And Crystal Lynn Gaddis, if I didn't thank you, thank you for tapping in, baby. Pastor Gaddis, baby sis. I had mixed that up, put it all together wrong time. Let me see what Yogi G said. She said, this is why they're looking to further privatize education through the voucher program. If you got the educational structure, it would make it easy to make America great again. Wow. That's diabolical right there. Miss Eunice, how you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. The lovely Luana Terry, good morning to you. I mean, you know what, Yogi G? I mean, but that's what it's. But just look at the Flint school system right now. I could be wrong when I was asking, Sheila, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Raphael Burr, good morning, good brother. Thank you for tapping in. Hit that like button. Y'all see the views ain't matching the likes right now. Come on now. We can do better than that. This old Otis in the building. Sideways. Pimp Gaddis in the building, Chapel Hill. Good morning, good brother. Sertha Henderson, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I'm just saying, when you look at everything, because I damn near lost what I was just at. Let me see. Okay, I was up on here. Let me see what Kenneth said. They are passing laws now lowering the age in several red states. Could it be the past indiscretions won't be able to be prosecuted? But that's the hypocrite of it right there. The hypocrisy, as I should say. Elder Golden Child Sharp, thank you for tell him, man, hit that like button. Big Pimping, Texas in the building, Houston, that is. I mean, but see, but now how you think Bill Cosby feel? You done locked him up for some stuff that you can play games. Just look at Puff Daddy, how they put all his business out there, but now y'all hiding y'all's and y'all just as bad as us. Just look at Harvey Weinstein. They didn't rolled him through the media like they ran R. Kelly through it. Yeah, R. Kelly was a monster, but you ain't gonna hear nobody say Weinstein was a monster. That's just like allegedly. I don't know with the Harvey with Epstein file. They said it was 30 women that still wanted to be heard. 30 women. So basically, they like throw that to the side. Bubba Gaddis in the building. Bubba Gaddis Jr., Honolulu, Hawaii. Hey, I love my Gaddis clan. But I'm just saying, so them 30 women, they just throwing to the side. But listen, this how this game is played. Go back to what was it? Damn, what's my man name? He the Supreme Court Justice. Remember him and Anita Hill? Why I can't think of his name. Hot damn. Man, what's his name? What's the Supreme Court Justice name? The black guy name. What is his name? I can't think of that brother name right now. I don't know why his name. Clarence Thomas. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill. Look how and Alan what it do is they shift attention from Harvey Weinstein. Okay, like right. They shift the attention from Harvey Weinstein to Bill Cosby. Facts. But going back to Clarence Thomas, look how they thank y'all too, everybody, because it was slipping my mind. But look at Clarence Thomas, how they did Anita Hill. But we got caught up in that saying, oh, they trying to lynch the brother and everything. And this man, they downplayed that situation, but he was able to get on the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? With us being black, you know what I'm saying? It was like the blacks was caught up. Baptist Boy 88, thank you for tapping in from the D. We got caught up in that like, is this doing a public lynching? And this man, he got black doing that trial. And look how we get played and he get up in there and look how he act. But Anita Hill got downplayed. Fact, Sheila, we always use for agenda that we do not see. You right about that. Like, but I'm just saying this is how we get played. Chicago Girls 87, thank you for tapping in. And shout out to the whole family that's tapping in from all over the United States. You heard my West Coast family, my down south, including New Orleans, Florida, Georgia. You heard the Tennessee, the Arkansas, the Bamas, everything down at the bottom. Nothing but love from up this way. And my East Coast family from the Carolinas to New York to New Jersey. You heard? Facts, but this how we got caught up in there. But this was it was the blacks that was saying it's a public lynching. Good morning, Andre Holland. Thank you for tapping in. And it's just like now. Don't forget Biden was his biggest supporter. Facts. But that goes back to what we forget with Kamala Harris, the things that she said when they was running. You know what I'm saying? Look how she's saying it, not like she got a book, her book is out. And they just play us clean. It's not a brother. You know what? Yeah, I get it. You right. I get it. You right, Felicia. I deserve that. Yep, that's for me. I have to hit myself. You right. Because he didn't show plenty of times. But that's what I'm saying. It's like the games that be played, and we gotta, and then we support these people, and don't even be saying they be going. We should have knew that when you had. I just believe in this. When you had, I ain't gonna get myself in trouble. Hey, Kenneth, you right. Not all skin folks is kin folks for sure. King J, what it do? Said me. I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. Good morning. Hey, congratulations to you. Congratulations. But how do we constantly get caught up in this great debacle? You know what I'm saying? How do we get caught up in this? Like when we expect and we want to go ahead and highlight these people and Sandra Nichols Martin, thank you for tapping in, beloved. I'm just saying, like, what are we supposed to do? Like right now, we looking at free speech being targeted, but it ain't like you really ever had free speech anyway. You had free to go so far, and if you went over that ledge, you know what I'm saying. We got free. Michael Jackson Jones is in the building, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Good morning, that East Coast. Like I said, shout out to my Philly family too. See, I mean, this is a lot of we going through a lot. Like I told y'all about Terrence Crawford. Look how he got pulled over. Millionaire. You gonna get your wake up call. We just don't be paying attention to what's going on. And it seems like the way they want to do this, it's just gonna be rich and poor. Common sense. Good morning, Cuzzo. My bad. Thank you for tapping in, cousin. Oh, for sure. You know, I gotta give it back because y'all showed me nothing but love when I was down there. You know, New Jersey showed me nothing but love. Gaddis Construction Company, Hillsborough, North Carolina, in the building. Let me see what we on. Raphael Burr said, "Freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. Facts. You can get on here and call the N word all day long. Now you can get on regular TV and use the word bitch. It ain't no problem. You can use certain things. You know, it's like what we going for. What rap can I say? We are easily fooled by facts. We fooled by our own. Just think about it. What we been doing here, and I'm gonna give y'all kind of insight on what me and because I'm gonna bring Brother Roberts on, like I was telling y'all, because me and him, like I said, we had a conversation and everything last night about what's going on, and he enlightened me on some things, and I had to take a different look. Ron Uncut, thank you for tapping this. And politics and religion is off limits, but really, it's not. It's really part of your everyday life. They say politics and religion, but them things go together like apple pie and ice cream. See what Yogi G said. That is all it's ever been through racing. It's to keep us distracted, us being the poor versus the poor, while the rich continue to build and take. Shaking my head. Facts. We got Gaddis Brothers Barber Shop, Los Angeles. Look at that LA Lovers. You heard? That's West Coast love. I mean, but we get caught up with the freedom of speech. No, facts. Facts, Ron Uncut 2.0. I agree with you with that. Said politics is off limits with freedom of speech. Facts, but man, listen. Like I said, I'll be trying to, like I said, I'll be watching, who is this? Nicholas James Gaddis Jr., aka the preacher son. Good morning, young fella. Thank you for tapping in. My Gaddis clan is here. It says Biden showed us who he was during Clarence Thomas' confirmation. Here, he basically called Anita Hill a liar and an opportunist. I mean, but we went for it. We went for it. But look what you got to think. Just look what Kamala Harris said about him. When Kamala Harris said the type of individual he was and said he was racist, but we all fell in line. He picked her as his vice president, but that was only to get the black vote. Let's be honest. And this is what she said, but here we go right now. We acting like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Biden, he was this. He also said when he was meeting with Al Sharpton, you got to get with the Hispanic community. This is how they always felt. That's why it ain't like the first time the Democrats didn't have both houses. They just play, you know what I'm saying? We'll point out the Republicans, but the Democrats just play just as crazy. They play just as crazy, but I'm not going to say, listen, all I can say is rough on a black man or a person of color. I'm just going to put it like that. If you ain't with the right ones, you hit. Let me see what Alan says. This country is not democracy, but a republic. National anthem to the republic for which it stands. But people don't understand that, though. Bishop Charles Seaton Wright Sr., thank you for tapping in. First Lady Anna J. Wright, Chicago in the building. Thank you. Let me see what I seen. Del Rico Lloyd is now a pastor of a church. Wonder if he running for mayor is going to happen. You know what, Deborah? I think he been a pastor for a minute though. Let me see what Raphael. But it's not about the rich, but it's who are privileged and who is not. I don't think so, Deborah Luna. I don't think when you see how this stuff is, do you think a person can get a fair chance to win an election in Flint? With how the deck is stacked with this mayor, who really can challenge him when he already, you see all the stuff he done. Esther Grace Gaddis Nichols, good morning from Rose Hill, Mississippi. My Mississippi family is tapping in. I mean, like, do you honestly think, like, let's be honest, the ones who run in Flint, why would they need another mayor in when they already getting who they getting everything they want from this one? Just think of all the stuff that went down. I was told a write-in couldn't win. We seen it happen in Detroit. A write-in couldn't win. Write-in candidate couldn't win. What happened here? Write-in candidate won. Big Papa Tom Gaddis in the building. Thank you for tapping in from Rose Hill, Mississippi. Miss Odie, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. And Javier Jones, good morning, family from Durham, North Carolina. I keep telling you, my Carolina family in the building. I mean, like, do really Commissioner Del Rico really want to go through this stuff that's going on in Flint? Big N Gaddis. You know what I'm saying? Do he really want to go through this? You got to worry about. Let's just look at it. Since we on this, let's just look at it. Yeah, you right. Good morning, Big N Gaddis. No, you right, Miss Odie. You if the people, but is the people really together? Just think about it. Look what the play that was said. This how good they know us. They already know the black voter turnout is not really major. You know what I'm saying? The lack of voting in Flint. But we know who do get out and vote. Trevor Lamont Gaddis, Durham, North Carolina in the building. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just saying, when you heard, oh, just get 20%. When you can get 20% of just the black vote, because you know you're going to get down there 97% of this other vote over here, or 98%, and you know you win, then you see what just happened to, what just ain't happened. And you can see, like, just think about when you heard the mayor come out and, well, allegedly this was said, doing what happened to the Mitchell boys. I'm not going to deprive. That's my voting base, because he didn't want to get rid of the 2 firefighters. Do you understand, like, that would, blacks ain't see that as a kick in the face? Big Leroy Gaddis, good morning. Thank you for tapping in from Houston. I keep telling you, Texas levels too. I'm just saying, and I'm with you, Alan. Just say this: you can win if you can sign your own signatures on ballots. Like, Allie Nicole Gaddis Jordan, Allison Gaddis Jordan in the building. Thank you from Long Beach, California. My bad. What's up, Nelly Nell, the ageless one? Good morning. New one, good morning. But like, if that is, let's just say that is true. People was doing this with the absentee ballots. How can you beat that? Like, if you can do that, ain't nothing happening, and you getting help from Lansing. Like, how can you beat that? What up, Otis? Otis said everyone should know that we are a republic, which means government by the people. But a lot of people ain't understanding that. They keep telling you we got democracy. It just is what it is. We see Mays Lawn Care Inc. in the building, Burlington, North Carolina. We all through the Carolinas, you heard. But I'm just saying, just think about it. Like, if you can't even get no help, listen, the mayor got his wife, Jones Elizabeth, got us in the building. We got another Ontario, Canada is in the building. I'm just saying, just think about it. Like, how can you win? Why would he want to get in and be in all the mess that's gonna come? You know, these people gonna put your address out here. You see, when he first came, they was trying to put it out. He was summons here. You know what I'm saying? That man wouldn't even. He came to. That man caught hell. No, like, I'm being honest, because we was down there going at him. Let me see what Kenneth said. Dream ticket. Newsom for president. Obama vice president, and Kamala for attorney general, and put Obama's attorney general in as a deputy. My goodness. Let me see, Raphael. Hey, Meg, I don't care what has been said. That woman got put in that third ward seat because everybody knew that she was going to run with the mayor. Facts. What's up, Carl Onk in the building? Hey, facts. But I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, a write-in one. And I'm just saying, just going by the stuff that we was hearing, I'm just throwing allegedly on there because I don't want to get in trouble. People was, signing the absentee ballots. All this stuff that you heard. How can you beat that and you can't get in trouble? Just think about it. You got a Detroit Red 58 Gaddis. Thank you for tapping in. Detroit in the building. Just think about it. You got your city clerk, Davina, the clerk. We sitting up here looking at residency fraud. So many people ain't done it. She go take it to the state. The state give it back to her. You ain't heard nothing. We get rumblings in the street. She's saying let 2026 play out. I'm just saying, just think about all the allegations that you've been hearing from this council. People not staying where they saying they staying at, but ain't nothing happening. Allegedly, you got people getting their houses fixed. You know what I'm saying? Getting their houses done that wasn't even in the council seat yet. And that was coming out the third ward, got hers done. Mary Dow, baby Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. Chicago, love the 810. Just think about it. You hearing all this, allegedly, allegedly one guy that was running, the deacon, getting his house done. I'm just saying this ain't nothing that I'm just saying these the rumblings you hearing in the street. He probably could. I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm saying, Deacon Dumas ain't did nothing. But I'm just saying this is all the stuff that you hearing running through the streets of Flint. Let me see what new one said. Stevie Wonder can see those right in balance were signed by the same person. That's what I'm saying. You seeing all this stuff going down, but what you know what I'm saying? But you can spot go over in Lapeer. They dealing with residency fraud. Down there in Hamtramck, they dealing with stuff. You know what I'm saying? They getting to it. Come down to Flint. Listen, and I'm gonna keep speaking on it. You had one fella, 21, able to run. Davina let that slide through there. And you got people to sit up there and tell you, no, we know where this 21 stay at. It's not in the third ward. But that gets slid through. Ain't nothing happened. You seeing, you know, I'm just saying allegedly. This is the stuff that's out here. All this stuff going on, but ain't, you know what I'm saying? We can go back and say, well, you can't put it on Davina because what about Anya? I was hollering it back then. Marcia Gaddis Brooks, thank you for tapping in from Rose Hill, Mississippi in the building. When Sis Audrey, look how Maurice got did. You know what I'm saying? You got to thank some of the people, like, you do got to go back to, was it the 2021 or 2022 election? Yeah, 2021 or 22 election. You got to go look at that, regardless of people, how you felt about Maurice Davis on what was going on, regardless how you felt. He wasn't however you feel, he wasn't like what you got now. He ain't like what you got now, regardless how you look at it. Hey, I feel you, Raphael Bird. And that's what I'm saying. It's like we don't even, like I say, and these the problems that you get. Don't get me wrong. I like Dennis Pfeiffer, but one of his greatest mistakes came and bit him in the ass was Candace. Let's be honest how that rolled. That, you know what I'm saying? That's why when you know, but he was at the time, but we gotta understand. He was doing, and I get it, and I listen, and believe me, y'all know me and Tia, and now I'm gonna say Miss Harris, and this is not no diss. I'm just being telling my truth. At that time, when you know he was doing business for his ward, so he had to do business with the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Dennis was trying to help his ward. And I get it. Eric was beefing with the mayor, so the mayor was making sure. Mark Hustler Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. We got Brooklyn in the building. Good morning, New York. I'm saying, and Christy Coleman, you know, she coming from that DFW, Texas. Christy, you heard. And you know, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, and you can see why Tia was like, okay, probably with the councilman in the first work, they were seeing stuff getting done, even though we know that stuff was already the Mays had put in place, but the mayor was holding it back. So I get it why a person can say, well, you know what I'm saying, we are getting some stuff done because for so long that ward had been handicapped. Michael Cooley in the building. He said, good morning from Greenwood, Mississippi. 662 point of order. Keep pressure on Davina. Man, we trying everything. It's diabolical, crazy work, unbelievable, and unacceptable what Davina's doing right now, which is downright nasty. What Felicia said, Flint needs federal oversight now. The federal is over. They got their man oversight. He's called Neely. Let me see what Kenneth said. Postponing the announcement of running for an office is good strategy. It keeps the clapback down big time and sends the other candidates into a tizzy. Hey, I just, Eleanor Wicker, let me see. Hold up, my fellow 740 and shooting the shit T in the building. Good morning. The lovely Eleanor Wicker and tapped in. Good morning. Total transparency. My full name is Common Gaddis Sense. You heard? What's up, Common Sense? Mickey, that election with Johnson was riggedy. Rigged. Hey, listen. But when you got money on the flow, people ain't think that was gonna come down. Don't you see how they passing this money? You got a councilwoman in the, you got council people voting for their own nonprofits to get money. If people couldn't see that ain't real, I don't know what to tell you. AC were a regular attendant at council, but that Neely soft money turned him into a house cat. Hey, he gave up on council. He gave up on council. Hey, family, I gotta make this announcement. Me and brother McCants will be on this Sunday because it was some things came up. I had to go to urgent care, ear infection, and I had to take care of some business. But me and him will be on this Sunday, and I apologize because he was ready to do the work, but I had some things to take care of. The beautiful Sherry Allen that tapped in. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. And I want to tell you, I am sorry for us not doing Conspiracy Tuesdays. That's on me. And I will have the ladies from Just a Thought will be on tomorrow morning with me. They Just a Thought, you're gonna see Anna and Yogi G will be on the morning recall tomorrow. Let me see what Nelly now. He didn't give up. He did what he was told to do. He split the votes. Facts. Hey, facts, Yogi G draining the money well before they come to overhaul the land. Look, he know what he was doing. That's why you think when you had her saying, "Oh, I'm not a Neely girl," because she knows saying you with him high was gonna be the perception, because he know he got a bad perception in the black community. I'm not gonna say maybe, and you know what I'm saying, in the other community he don't, but in the black community, you can see on his vote. And I'm not saying not if it was his uniter, he would be pulling down the 80% of the black vote, but he not pulling that. Connie, thank you for tapping in, and good morning to you, beloved. It's just that we know better than that. We know he know that, but it's just that it's just that what we going through right now. He know that. That's why the people. That's why you look at he ain't get that voting base without them. But I just do believe that I don't believe Del Rico will run with this madness, man. Look what you got to go through. He already got a voting base. You know what I'm saying? And let me just say, the powers who running this, the powers that be, as people say, if you notice it's who they get behind who win, why you think Eric Mays is hollering about this dark literature? Until you can unite, until you can unite, it's so many factions you got to unite. You still got, and let's be honest, man, you still got Weaver people, and Neely got his people. That right now we split between, and this in the black community, we split. Believe me, I like some Weaver people. Do I like them or no? Neely people is some people that's you know what I'm saying, that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? Do I trust Neely? No. Like I say, I do trust some. I ain't gonna say trust. I do like some, but I done seen not have I. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, we didn't fell out with Dan or some of everybody. To be honest with you, we didn't fell out with some of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying this is how it's just how it is until we can find a medium somewhere where we can unite. And don't get it twisted. Like, I deal with people that's cool from both sides. Some of them, I ain't gonna say all of them. I deal with some from both sides. The ones that I didn't learn my lesson with, you know what I'm saying? But we, you know what I'm saying? But where I do agree with them at, I will speak on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, right now, until we can get this unity thing, until we can build a community again, don't even worry about who you put in that seat, because whoever you put in that seat who got money, they could be bought and paid for. Like I said, you had, I ain't going more like a feral cat. Hey, listen, and you can see it, but what did people really thought AC was going to do? If AC got in that seat, people really thought AC was going to change. AC was about money. You see, when he went to Ashley Capital, he went for the 125, then double back to 250. Then allegedly, even got it. Well, he said it himself. He went and got it for the NAACP. But they take him, you know what I'm saying? All these people taking money from all this stuff that's coming in. I mean, from different, the things that's coming in. But they have their little underlings. I was part of that madness where we'd go attack this. I'm telling you, we was against the Ashley Capital deal. We was going the councilwoman in the second ward. We was going at the councilman in the third ward. You know, Rest His Soul, which is my late cousin Quincy. We was attacking them. Then you see other people start doing it. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. It was the sweet cupcake on break. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then we here, it was like we was fighting for the Oak Park. I remember that situation. You know what I'm saying? Then you find out they got a nonprofit, they did this and that, and it's like, damn, like, but wait a minute, it was wrong for what they did, but okay, and that's politics. And then you doing business. And that's why I say business is warfare. We don't understand business, but that's why we so easily led to go fight these battles and be coming back like, wait a minute, I done made an ass out of myself. You've been used. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Then when you sit down, you be like, damn, you over here fighting this fight and you thinking you fighting for a right fight. No, we just fighting for different individuals, what they trying to get, their agendas. And then when you try to smooth through all of that, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And you will get burnt out. That's then when you be saying, believe me, I'm not no political savvy or nothing. I try to do it from a common sense perspective, like what's right and what's wrong. Say, I ain't going at a hairless cat. I'm just who you talking to, Felicia? I'm just saying, I get you. No, you do come back tired and whoop because you have been there. You'll be fighting with some people. Next minute, you and them people at it. You like, what the? Hold on, we was just cool. I just did this, and before you know it, you like the way they talked about you. You be like, hold up, you been feeling some type of way about me. This just ain't came out overnight. When I call you out, I'm calling you out over this. You done made some stuff up on me. You done got all, and you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if I did this deal over here. Sidney Green Sr., thank you for tapping in, beloved. Like, I mean, and it'd be like, wait a minute. And like I say, I get caught up because I'm thinking like coming from, as I don't think I'm a street person. I'm just saying coming from now, when you in the street, when you and an individual fall out, y'all fall out and don't deal with each other. Especially if you see people be trying to send you to jail, like, them still rules that if you call on me, no, we can never be cool. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you try to do something to harm me. It's like we can never be cool. You know what I'm saying? I would not trust you. You tried something. That's why, like, in this politics, I done seen people trying to send people to jail. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and it's like, okay, I done seen people, trashed, but you can be back cool. This is something I'm not used to. Usually when we go down that lane, it's like, okay, I get it, but we ain't got to kill each other, and, but I'm going to protect my life. But some of the stuff that's going on, it's like, hold up, how can you be friends? Let me see. Nationally, that's why both parties are upset because black people are sitting things out. No more marches putting themselves on the front line. Man, it's hard to go, like it's hard to go put yourself. Listen, we got a small taste of it. When Jed came here, and I'm going to keep saying it, that man ran into resistance. And I know everybody want to overlook it and act like it wasn't no resistance he ran into. That man came here, ran into some resistance, and then they went to fucking jail. And still fighting the case. A simple protest, peaceful one, because he walked the casket by a house. And then you had people going that it was all type of craziness that went down. Believe me, I was hearing people saying like, he shouldn't have came here. Believe me, I was having conversations with people who I deal with. Like, do y'all understand wasn't nothing being recognized? This this thing, we were 10 years into this, 11 years into this water crisis. And people got to see that y'all forget. He tried, didn't the people take his money at the sign place when he was trying to get signs up? If people ain't wake up and see how this thing was being read, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Fax knew one. He didn't break any laws, but he did break a law. He tried to, he came here and was finna make other people start thinking, okay, this how you supposed to do it. This how you go. The old way we've been doing it. Not saying marching don't work. You know what I'm saying? But this how you got to do it. You know, do something like with the Don, do something spectacular to make me notice you. He got noticed and then went to jail. Hey, Mick, you notice how some politicians are very threatened when pastors has a major influence over the people in their church? Facts. Why you think they keep going to him? Because they know that's a voting base. He didn't, and ain't but crickets in 810 speaking against the mayor. Facts. He met resistance from all sides. The same ones we run into. Like I'm telling you, man, you were running to, just think about it. Then the police, look how they did him and Tito. Them he put a police crew out on them to come grab him, took him, held him. This is what can happen to you for speaking out. I guess people weren't understanding what was going through with the Black Panther Party, going through with the nation, going through when the police, when people look move. Me and brother Elliot been on move for like the last 3 weeks. What happened in 1985 in Philadelphia, where they dropped bombs down? With people saying what 9/11 was the first time terrorist attacks. We don't count blacks what happened to them. Them not terror. We don't count that as terrorism. We count that, hey, look, we had to set an example. See, them examples to show us this is what'll happen to you if you be playing. What Felicia said, I ain't going, not Heathcliff. So it's sold for $250 on an AM band radio station with folks. Listen, I can't with y'all. Hey, facts, but ain't nobody gonna do it. Like I said, you see the residency. I know people from out of town got to be like, that's how y'all can get down in Flint. And I get it. You know, I hear, you know, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been saying that, like, you want to come to Flint if you want to be a millionaire. But coming to Flint, you gonna get met with a resistance because these people trying to keep them millions. They got their friends coming in, getting it. They ain't gonna let you get it. I'm trying to tell you, listen, man, we is on the borderline between Flint and the township. And look where we at. And I voted for Kamala. Let me put this up here. Let me tell you what I did, who I voted for. You know, this is who I voted for. This is who I voted for. This is who I voted for. I hate to do this. I voted for Kamala. And guess who been giving us the most hell? Democrats. We had to go rent. And I gotta give Trevor a shout out for that. We had to go to the Republicans to get a fucking studio because how political it is up the street, 5 miles down the street. We couldn't, but I'm glad though. But maybe that won't he do it? Let me say this. Thank you for the Republicans giving us a spot where Unsatisfactory is down at the Oak Business Center is diabolical. And that's where they put the ENA board. They even written stuff out there down there. That's like, and this the city of Flint, but it was no different than how they already had the unbuzzed lady, Shasta Little. You mean to tell me they had mold down there, mouse traps? Are you that serious? Well, Flint do got a big rodent problem. But I'm just saying, like, this is everything. Hey, new one. Facts. Picked him up outside of Flint. He was on the bridge in Mount Morris Township. They will come get you. They don't care. Let me see what Raphael Burr. If he had an organization like the Rainbow Coalition, like Jesse Jackson, it's about who is backing him. That's why Homeboy was powerless in Flint and got pushed back. Facts. Because he came up here himself. That's what that is. He didn't have no, and that's what, you know, facts, how you get a felony charge in jail time for a misdemeanor diabolical. When you got connections with the judges. You know what? Tito was on here. I talked to Tito last week. I got to call Tito. I got to get with Tito. I've been falling off. I ain't gonna lie. I have been kind of under the weather, man. I have been going home. Like I would hit the gym. That's why you know I'm fighting. You know I'm fighting like hell on a bum ankle. On top of that, and I'm still out here gonna do it. You heard? Y'all will see me. But I'm just saying, like when you fighting this, do Rico want that? Do he want pictures of his wife out there, her job, like all the stuff? Do he want? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with this Flint politics, man. It is diabolical. He want his place of residence. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go pull up stuff on him probably from 1980. I mean, like, do you really want all them issues? I think the brother he doing fine for himself. You know what I'm saying? Not with these factions up in here. I'm just telling you. With these two factions, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. That's like even with Winters. Would she be good for the second war? Yeah, I believe Winters would be a good fighter for the second war. She would get out there and fight for her ward. You know what I'm saying? Which was gonna probably be sixth ward. I mean, what would it be? Yeah, I think that'd be sixth ward next. Yeah, I think she'll get out there. I think a lot of them. Do I think Clack would have been a hell of a state rep? Hell yeah, because I know Clack would have really fought. Do I think Clack got some he got some unwanted, some unwanted and some wanted it. You know, some things that he did. Yeah, it was some things he could have did better. But do I say he couldn't have been a better state rep? Hell yeah, Clark would have been a way better state rep. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the people, do I think Miss Jan Marie Arbery, if she would have got in that seventh ward seat, yeah, I think she would have been good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think she would have been good for that seat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she would have been good for the for the seventh ward, because she would have fought for the other part of the seventh ward. She wouldn't have just fought. She wouldn't have just fought for the side that was over there by Mott Community College. She would have fought for the black side of it. In my humble opinion, I think Jan Marie would have really fought. I think she would have been good for over there, but you know, it's a resistance that's coming from over there. I don't know what happened to her. She might be still around somewhere, unapologetic. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do we know? Do we think Judy was good for the fourth ward? Hell no. Do people wish Kate Fields was there? Hell no. Do I think Michael Dones would have been good for it? Yeah, but he just wasn't going. He couldn't get the vote over there in the fourth ward. I think he would have been good for it. That first ward, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't say if Carol would have got in there. Yeah, she would have been a vote. The Hasselbrink thing would have probably turned out better. I can say that, but would it been a good look for A10? Hell no. Gonna be honest with y'all. So I'm not gonna. I can't get up here and lie to y'all and act like, oh, everything would have been sweet. Yeah, I put my pettiness to the side, but if anything would have came for us, no. And it wouldn't been the only ones. It would have been some more on there, but we on peacetime. Let me see what a new one said. This is historical. Floyd J. McCree actually walked out of his office for some time when he was mayor because Flint politics have been dirty for decades. Facts. Queen Anifa, thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see what Michelle Mayer said. Clark would at least show up for work. How did the state of Michigan pass the largest budget in history and Flint only got money for 100K ideas in the state park? Facts. Family, smash that like for Otis. You heard? Just smash that like button. If views ain't matching the like button, you heard? Do that for Otis. I'm begging you. But see, hey Michelle, Clark would have showed up. I know Clark would. No, listen. Regardless on how everything went, I still think Clark would have been, because I seen how Clark was trying to fight up there on the school board and how the school board was doing him. How you had Joyce Ellis McNeil, you had Laura. Her kids don't even go to the Flint school. And I do agree with Winter say, if you on these school boards, you should live in Flint and your kids should be going to the Flint schools if you're on the Flint school board. That's a disgrace how that's going down like that. That's a disgrace. But people keep, because these they friends. Like Joyce ain't did nothing but play games up there, but I respect her because she knew how to maneuver. And if she got her clique together and she running it, I can't do nothing but respect her. I give her that, but you can't tell me y'all doing great work when I'm looking at the reading level of the kids. And this is some of the stuff I'm gonna sit down and you know, I don't want to leak everything when Brother Roberts come on Monday, because he was there. You know, I will give y'all a little hint, because I did tell him. I said my brother sold out. That's what I told him. I'm like, man, and I don't like a lot of things But I mean, we don't have to, do it where you got to front somebody off. But I would have wished somebody would, why the governor was there. I would have wished, you know what I'm saying? And some of these, because he did answer some of these questions that I am asking. He will be able to, you'll hear him on Monday. And I got to understand, sometimes things you have to do when you got things going on. You can't just go out and just buck the system all the way, which I'm just saying how this thing is set up. It's really not in the best interest. Judy not even good for keeping her feet clean. Old Blackfoot. Facts. Facts. She mad about that. That her feet, she shouldn't have came in there with her bottom of her feet dirty. You heard? That's just like my mom say, always make sure your underwear clean. You heard? Allen, in my opinion, they intentionally tanked the House of Esther. Politics is brutal, bro. Facts. Yeah, because they be having stuff they got going on. How can I let you come in here and you do this? You might mess my money up. That's what I'm telling you when you seen when Jed came up in here. You can mess stuff up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he caught, he man, that brother caught hella what's the name? And like I said, when you coming in, just look at us. I remember AC told me, he said, I seen people like y'all before. You just gonna be here for a second, you gonna be gone. But I'm like, AC really don't know me. Like he don't know. Like I'm the type. If I don't care if it was 4 people watching me, I'm gonna come on and turn this thing on because I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess he thought I was just in it for some money. As you can see, my beginning, I wasn't making no money. That was all on us. You know what I'm saying? That was all on us. I just believed in the grind. And you know what I'm saying? In his mind, he thought it was just gonna be, we was gonna come. He thought, his talk, but I understood it. It was like, damn, how he come in and you know what I'm saying? He doing something, you know what I'm saying, that a lot wasn't doing. Deborah L. Thompson, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. I mean, and that's like some of the little BS that you run into. Not that like, hey, Mick, hey, let's link up, let's do this, we can get in. That's what I was thinking you would be learning. You know what I'm saying? You would be learning how to move. Some lessons I did. The lesson I learned, do for self. You know what I'm saying? Get with people that's like-minded, because you got to think when you coming into these situations, people already, their stuff is set. That's why I keep saying with this Flint, you're going to have to move a whole lot of people out to straighten this thing out. You're going to have to move out the people that's going to keep this thing divided. Oh, facts, Alan. Crystal Monique, thank you for tapping in, beloved. Good morning. Good morning. Alan L, thank you. Hey, thank you, beloved. Deborah L. Thompson with the 499. And I think, and that's what I do, Mickey. Let me get my sound effect for that one. Hey, which one? This one? I went to say it's a fairy. Oh, AC Dumas. This what AC doing. I got my house done allegedly. That's what AC Dumas saying. He got something out the deal. And I'm just messing with AC on that, but that's how a lot of people is feeling. Lorna, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. A lot of people is feeling like it's like, I'm getting mine. And like I say, and that's a hell of a battle. Hey, facts. Some of these alliances is general. You damn right. And we found out well, I did. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff I was being told, I didn't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? How the allegiances were. I'm looking like, dude, and it is. Believe me, new one. If I could really just, because I don't want to shake nothing up, they'd come back down on me. Believe me, they probably waiting with some nuclear bombs to drop. That's why I try to move as quiet as I can, and I try to, sometimes I get pissed, but I know how to rear it back in, because believe me, if I couldn't tell y'all, they didn't try to break me so many ways. It's downright scandalous. Hey, Felicia, he did. He did. AC really, you know what I'm saying? He used to tell me, but I ain't gonna lie. I liked it. Listen, I liked the Thrill Kill. I would have loved to have brought Thrill Kill on, but I knew I couldn't. It was like, and I always speak to the brother, but it was like you said, who put the new one. These are allegiances, man, alliances, dude. They was not gonna break them. They was not gonna break. And I respected that though. I respect people who stay loyal to the soil. I'm gonna be honest with you. Facts, Miss Thompson. We've been blessed. I'm not gonna lie, we've been blessed, but it was some people. That's what I'm telling. Don't get it twisted. The door didn't just get shut on our and on me and Winter just from this side. Was getting shut on both sides. Like I say, we still got some. The relationships is kind of a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest, man. It wouldn't be some people wouldn't even talk to me and her if Dr. Weaver was there or damn sure if Dr. Weaver would be there. If the last administration would show up, man, they wouldn't talk. Some people wouldn't even speak to us. But if they wouldn't be there, people would speak to us. I'm only telling you what I've seen. A lot of them people will lie and say, you know what I'm saying, because I'm speaking out on that. Hell nah. They wouldn't speak. But I will say this. I'll give credit on this one. Neely people would speak. Even if they did see, they would still speak. I'll give that side much credit. They would still speak, but they ain't support. You know what I'm saying, publicly, but they will speak. Tony Terry entering international waters officially. International Mick is in the Bahamas for sure. Now started in Miami. Now we are here. LOL and is. I'm trying to tell you the truth. This how it was. Some of them, I'll give Neely supporters. They will speak, even though some would be a little nasty. But I ain't gonna lie. That other side, I say Doc Weaver hurt people loyal to the soil. Them jokers ain't they they still come in. Them they got like Stevie Wonder. We wasn't there, and I understood it. You know what I'm saying? I understood it because she, you know what I'm saying. She oh, new one said that's why I stopped coming to council meetings. Wow, I didn't know that. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you what I know. And Winters can tell you because I would still be speaking like, "Hey, how you doing?" She'd be like, "Fool, why you speaking to them? They ain't speaking to you." I'm just being, you know what I'm saying, out of common courtesy. Hey, how you doing, man? Some of them wouldn't speak. It was like, you know what I'm saying. Me, I just laugh it off like, "Oh well, I see what it is." But you did have some who would speak. I'm not gonna say all of them, but enough of them wouldn't speak. But until I don't know if they got the okay or something, and then certain stuff started changing. You know what I'm saying? But you had some who would, but it was a lot of them who wouldn't. Didn't even want to be associated with us. I'm being honest with y'all. So until Flint can get that ground, just look at it right now. Just look at it with this election, and I do agree with I think it was Mark Hutchinson, why they didn't fully get behind Miss Beverly Biggs. And I'm still gonna say this today: how could you support two candidates? And I saw some of them people like you supporting AC. Hey, for sure. Let them know. Oh wow, hey AC Otis don't want your 4 views. He shot for that 1,000,000+ views. Got him. Got the facts. Y'all help me get there. But I'm just saying, that's like some of the beef. Like I'm telling you, man, some of the stuff that you see is downright diabolical, man. And that's why I think a lot of people didn't want to see Miss Beverly Biggs in that seat because it wasn't gonna be the usual Worcester, man. She met resistance, and and she a beautiful person. She not gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And if I get in trouble for it, fuck it. I didn't been in trouble for lesser stuff. So I do feel that way. Like some of them people that I was seeing on that day during election time that was coming over there when we was at the during election day, they was out there handing out flyers for AC. Carol, I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but that, like, and this the hypocrisy. I remember when people didn't want other people supporting Rose. But then they were supporting these people over here. That's why I'm like, and it's no shot, but it's the game. So that's why y'all ain't got. That's why the third ward seat went to the write-in candidate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if AC would have, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Maybe they did. You know what? But I didn't. I didn't see it. I didn't see that other side supporting. You know what I'm saying? I seen people out there that was supporting both, but you only can support one. You confusing the people. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and I understood that afterwards. You confusing the people. You can't say you support this person and support that person. You confusing the people. When this was the ninth inning. This was the straight up the ninth inning. You had to get behind one. Oh no, Carolyn Hendricks. I'm not saying you. I was talking about fires, the push fires from Dr. Weaver and them. Like when AC came on, was saying like Dr. Weaver threw her support behind him. See, that was you were splitting the vote. I could see if it was just them two in there, but when we getting down, when you seeing who you playing against, you playing with a man that's gonna do whatever it takes to win. You know what I'm saying? He could have been. It's a lot of things that could have been done when they knew that she was gonna go as a write-in. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have knew. Just I'll give you an example. Look at Cuomo out there in New York, the New York mayor. Mondani won the Democratic nomination allegedly. I'm just telling you from the shows I've been watching and stuff. He was talking in the Republican to get out because he gonna come in as an independent. You got Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, two top Democrats. They ain't even came out and put their support behind Mondani. He was elected. He won the Democratic nomination. They gonna put their support behind Cuomo because that's who they want up in there. He coming in as a write-in and telling the Republican allegedly like get in there fucking just beat them two battling for he won't lose something. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the game that they finna play it in New York and in the New York mayoral race. I guess they seen the game happen in Detroit. They see the game happen in Flint. So this is how they run it. And that's what I'm saying. You got the party going. You got these are two, the Democrats, they not saying nothing like, look, man, you lost fair and square. But evidently they got something look, that the Democrats in New York do not want him up on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, look how the Democrats playing the game. And it's no different than here. We going through the same thing here. You got a state rep. I mean, your state rep, you can't go to her. You got your city clerk. This is Democratic, and look what's going on, the redistricting. How they splitting, how they changing the ward boundaries up. And now when people acting like Davina, and I'm glad I went back now, when people acting like Davina ain't know what she was doing, when them cards got put out ahead of time, y'all better start waking up and see who playing the game with the mayor. Y'all keep giving Davina giving her breaks. Remember how them cards got sent out? Hey, fact share, y'all. But just think about it now. I'm glad y'all think about it. Then Davina sent out them new voting ID. Then she sent out the new voting district cards early. Then came back and said, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. Davina been in this game a long time. She been playing the game a long time. And people let that slide on what she did. We let that slide. Y'all keep thinking the old Davina's listen. And that's why, see what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been watching how Davina been playing with that. Hey, thank you, Deborah Luna, with the $5 super sticker. You heard the lovely Deborah Luna. We've been giving Davina all time. Look how Davina been, because you know what we looking at? The mayor. That's why she probably getting that raise. They want to raise her pay up. Shit, she been doing a hell of a job. Well, I can't say he do reward some people. Davina probably been doing his best work that he needed did. She stopping recalls. Hey, B. Marie, ain't nobody even saying that. What'd you say? I said Davina crooked as a $3 bill. People let that slide. Davina was in on that. Davina in on his residency. He ain't saying nothing. Okay. People better quit playing like Davina a saint. Davina was trained trained well in the arts of how to play the game. Politicking in Flint. And she up here, we hearing rumblings in the street, let 26 carry it out. Because she know how 26 gonna go. Her and the mayor, they locked in like this. So that's so it's going back to why would Del Rico want to run for mayor here when you got to go, you battling Davina and you're battling Mayor Neely. Come on. Come on, family. B. Marie, you hear what I'm saying? How you gonna be able to how you gonna beat them two together when you got the mayor and the clerk office? As long as it doesn't interrupt their agenda they have in place, they don't care. Facts. And if she do common sense, you know what? Hey, shit happens. And y'all keep acting like Davina is such an innocent person. Davina is sneaky and corrupt. Facts. And if she do, if she do that, well, hey, listen, she's seeing dollar signs. Just think about it. That just dawned on me. Just think about it. Davina been playing this game a minute, and we've been blaming just the mayor. The voting wars are going to change again during the 2026 election. The city clerk office is the only office who control over the changes. Just think about it. That got put out here, and they act like they didn't confuse the people. That was downright diabolical. Now that we think about it, damn, Davina been playing the game a long fucking time. No wonder. That's what I was saying. Y'all know I was getting on Tanya about when she said Inez was a jewel. No, if that's a jewel, we got to get them type of jewels out. Are they jewels because them people they was helping people out? Just think about it. This shit is dying. And I'm just like I said, it just dawned on me right then. The light bulb might have went on. Davina ass sent out. You ain't lying. Davina's Kaiser So say you not lying. Davina sit up there and played this game. Just think about it. Sent the new voting districts out. Knew the recalls was coming in. And knew you had to be in the old, like all these rules came out. Why would you send them cards out? Was it 2 years ahead of time? Oh my goodness. Hold on, B. Maria. Is you right on this? Remember, this just allegedly, she said, remember, I think Davina resides outside of Flint, so it appears that she is dedicated to the others and not the residents. Wow. And that slid through. Y'all, we just been giving Davina a break. She been like, shit. Hey, Otis Johnson, when this residency fraud thing came about, but I had been saying Davina was I've been saying Davina was part of the game plan. After I got the like I say, this me when I throw on that tinfoil kufi hat, this just me. Like I said, I could be wrong, but it just had me thinking. Let me see a side. Mama Quill said the mayor has to backfill in order to do all the things he's doing in the clerk's office. He's only one part of it. Facts. Facts. Because just think about, just look at the stuff. Remember, Eric was the one I found out. I'm not for sure. Wasn't it that it was supposed to be a different city clerk? I think that was the 3-car Molly that had you think somebody was over here. Because I remember it had the people saying, no, we want somebody that already know. Don't bring nobody from the outside. Because as you seen when he was bringing some replacements in, that lady lasted about a month left. So Davina came on in. Remember, she got the votes. And Eric was on there like, no, because they was used to Davina. See, Neely, in my humble opinion, I think he just played a game that everybody got shook and then she like, yeah, keep Davina in that spot. And when Davina got in that spot, totally hell has broke loose. Total hell has broke loose. Facts, Renetta the Goddess. Thank you for tapping in too, beloved. Davina, hey, facts. But we was looking for the wrong. We didn't see it. Hope they have been saving some of that opera money for commissary when they go to jail. I don't think they're going to go to jail because the mayor got the help from up top. Just think about it. Lansing put it right back in Davina's hand to handle that residency fraud. And just like I said, it's rumblings in the street saying Davina say let 2026 election handle it. Because they looking at it like, well, the mayor probably will find somebody else to be in the first ward. Davina already got the clerk office. So, she got that. Just think about it. 6 missing recall papers. Was even more diabolical. Allegedly, LaShawn was out there getting recalls, helping Miss Beverly Biggs. So could it have been did wrong? Could that have been sabotaging going on? Just think about it. Look who was all over there helping. And I'm not saying people want. I'm just saying it'll just make you think how these numbers, was study coming up short, and how stuff was, and you was seeing how the councilwomen in the second ward wasn't worried about no recalls, none of this. It was 4 unsuccessful. Try just think about it. Then you had the county clerk. I'm saying allegedly that's what if somebody can bag me up, allegedly I was hearing she was helping with the recalls. Allegedly. So did the mayor already have his people in all these places and everything? Just think about it. I'm just saying, just think about it. So you never know how it was probably set up from Jump Street. Hey, hey, Raphael, I don't think they're gonna do nothing here. They said they won't arrest officials unless there's some type of major violation, like the law was broken that they can fix. I don't know. Hey, Miss Odie, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, just look at it. Just look at some of the things. You don't know like how all this stuff was probably, it was like what I'm saying, even with Davina. Just think about that. Did she do any pushback about Inez Brown being gone? She stayed quiet. That's just like when I do blame her for, let me see what it says. Remember, allegedly, LaShawn had illegal campaign signage during the election. Well, that's what I'm saying. It was so many things that we was hearing out here, and ain't did nothing happen. Like I said, when the clerk office let 21 get in there and run with no problem. Like, we not looking at that. When the clerk office sent out the voter registration cards to confuse the people when they needed to vote, far as in these recalls, 6 papers get lost. All that ain't by a coincidence. This and nothing happened. Nobody get. It seemed like people, you lose shit over there, you get rewarded. Just think about it. You had Ali Hokenroder got caught, perjured herself. She went, got 100,000, got a 6-figure job. Just think about the DDA board. That girl sat up there, went on a shopping spree on the city. Was out there spending money on whoever she was dealing with at the time. Nails, shopping on the city dime. What happened? They covered that up, paid for that, and bailed them out again. I'm just saying, this is just like, and Davina appeared to be documenting those alleged signs. Hey, listen, if you think Davina ain't in, I don't know how much more proof y'all need Davina in on the game. Davina can go back. Davina can go back even because Inez Brown. But just think about it. How many people was pushing on that? Y'all think Sis Audrey Muhammad the only one knew that Liddell? You think she the only one said something? You think she didn't tell other people? She went to Inez Brown. You don't think she was sitting up here? There wasn't nobody else fighting that with her. That whole thing was let's get Maurice Davis out. Let's be honest. That they was more focused on the second ward. They didn't care about, you know what I'm saying? They were, he cool with the mayor. They were saying Maurice was pushing back. But they was more focused on getting Maurice out. But now you got Liddell in there. How that work out for you? That's what I'm saying. Even when they went to pushing Miss Inez Brown out, how all them deals working out for you now? Inez ain't came through. Inez making sure y'all don't get 5 or 6 votes, get 6 votes to get her up out of there. This shit benefiting her like a big dog. She ain't tripping. Even when you hearing people saying allegedly with the 7th ward. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed. So until and like I say, until they fight for this and they study playing, until y'all really take this serious. But see, they ain't taking it serious. Like I said, y'all let that slide. Y'all was more worried about Maurice Davis than look at the second ward that came down. And when Sister Audrey took that and said, and Inez let that slide. Thank you, Renetta's. Mickey, you have been on Davina for a minute. I was like, yep, you were right. She's just agreeing to the corruption. It's like nobody's paying attention. No, they don't want to say nothing. They want to talk behind, you know what I'm saying? They get on the backside. Well, hell with the seventh ward. They jump out the grease into the fire. LOL facts. Let me see, B. Marie. Did A10 report Liddell residence requirement to the Ethics and Accountability Board? If so, what happened? Listen, I think, no, it wasn't us who reported. A10 Flint did? Oh, I didn't know that. Nothing. If they did, I don't think nothing happened. Let me see. Let me see what the lovely Sharon said. When the 6 sheets came missing, the Deacon and 21 were out getting signatures and getting paid for it. Then later ran against Beverly as though they didn't know Beverly was going to run. That's premeditated. Facts. Keep telling y'all the Deacon and 21. That's what I'm saying. But this would have so bad. 21 talked about the individual, but took the money from the individual. This how you know these people are downright. Hey, Nelly Nell here to get facts, and I'm gonna use with a FACK fact, and that's to just let you know, like the games that could have been played. People don't know, like when you got these type of sabotagees around you, you will never win. You will never win. I'm telling you, this remind me of Bill Maher when he was talking about Bernie Sanders. Then, well, I got to vote for Trump, and this what this came down to. Do we want Miss Biggs in, or we go ahead and let the right-hand candidate win? Just think about it. This was stuff that's supposed to been did. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of this stuff that would have said the ENA, Facts new one. The ENA board is useless. Where's our ombudsman? They knocked her down from her position. They weren't finna put Miss Shasta. Listen, this mayor is not putting nobody in no seat that is not going along with his get along. Why you think Inez Brown is in her seat? Because she going along with the get along. Why you think the first ward councilman is in his seat? Because he going along with the get along. The second ward, the third ward, seventh ward, they going along with it. That's why. That's why you can see right back, call for the question. LaShawn just got there, the third ward, not even doing a call. I'm hearing that she got caught on, was it on live, Mike Liddell telling her what to vote yes on? Like, this stuff is not hard to see what's going on. She got right up there, Shane the Neely girl. Go ask her voting record. Let's see if it's going the way Neely wanted to go. You ain't got to tell me you're not a Neely girl. That's like AC when that was trying to do, what was that, a prop he had? I'm not for sale. I damn near was finna call him a Negro. Deacon. You can say you not. Your actions say you are. Hey, Elder Golden Child, but a lot of people don't want to realize that. You know what, B. Marie? I can't say. I can't say if it's. I can't say. I don't know. Now you seeing what? But see, this goes back to people don't. You don't gotta prove where you stay. Like I say, anybody can go have address and have it to a house over here. Your license over there. Get some mail to come through there. Right, shooting. She not gonna ask questions. She's up there. She's getting that paycheck. She probably didn't hip her up to get grant money. Man, I mean, allergies bother me. She ain't even asking to get grant. You know what I'm saying? She in there. She gonna be quiet. You might see some stuff. What's up, Loomy? Thank you for tapping in, good brother. You might see some stuff from her in the check register getting money. You might see it. Loomy, let them know where you're coming from. He says South Florida, Broward County, checking in 954 at Chodo. You heard? No, she never gonna ask no questions. She's not there to ask questions. You see, when Leon asked the question, he voted for Miss Biggs. And they stopped that. And the Davina, and now people, and now do y'all understand why Davina didn't go along with that vote now? Just think about it. Y'all better start thinking about it. And the serious look that was on Davina's face. Hey, Renetta the Goddess, thank you for the beloved. Thank you for the $10 super sticker. You heard? Man, we've been getting played like God dang it fools. We've been getting played. Davina deliberately stopped and didn't do the vote. She knows she could have did the vote and counted that vote. She deliberately didn't do that vote. But see, we was too busy looking at Candace, saying when Candace told her no, he changed his what's her name, and Davina done went in the back. Davina been playing the game and we ain't watched nothing. We sat up here and fell for it. Davina been part of this shit from the whole stamp. Just think about it. Davina could have went ahead and counted it down. She deliberately didn't do it and gave Leon. Dennis was able to change his vote and she deliberately didn't do it. Davina didn't. Y'all better start paying attention that Davina been part of this madness the whole time, along with the mayor. Ain't nobody been questioning none of that now. And now this is the second time Davina is in her hand to do something about far as residency fraud. But guess what Davina not going to do? She going to do the same thing when it came to that Leon vote. That's who really protecting him in that first ward seat. But people don't want to understand that who doing the protecting. That's who doing the protecting Liddell in the second ward seat. You seeing who keeping Neely people in them seats? Who you think protecting them on them recalls? You had the county clerk came over here, sitting over there with Winters. If that would have happened in my office, basically, and it would have been some heads rolling. Davina, it was nothing. She just blew it off like, that ain't nothing. Like, that ain't nothing. Y'all better start waking up seeing the game that Davina playing. Davina let that go down. And it's just me just throwing on my 10 hat. I'm gonna say allegedly what I'm saying. My tinfoil Koofy hat. Just think about it. Davina could have kept that count going. She didn't have to stop because Candace told her that. They've been playing chess and we've been playing checkers. Facts. Man, y'all better start playing. Davina's a gangster. Davina been sitting up here playing. She's a wolf in sheep clothing. I'm just saying allegedly, but it's starting to, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to look like a wolf. It's hunting like a wolf, but she's saying she's not a wolf. Just look at it. She did the formal thing. She took the residency stuff up to Lansing. Lansing throw it back to her. She not doing nothing. Same thing when Leon voted for Miss Beverly Biggs. When it came time, that was Candace saying he changed his vote. Davina knew to do that count. She didn't have to do that because she was she couldn't let Candace. This wasn't no regular. Could she do that? Would Candace stop and they went with it back, her and the lawyer? Just think about it. Davina is in on the take. I don't know why people don't want to realize it. Miss Odie, facts. I mean, like I say, I'm just saying this all allegedly. This that tinfoil Koofy hat I'm putting on right now. But it's always she in the mix. She saving the mayor. She saving his people in there from the recall signatures down to even like giving out the wrong. I mean, allegedly. I don't know how true it is. Not updating the voter roll. Like a lot of this BS stuff that's going on. A lot of this stuff, Davina letting slide. Like I say, and we dealing with Leon, with the councilman in the first ward, when he voted for Miss Beverly Biggs. And she stopped that and knew he voted for Miss Beverly Biggs. Just think about it. Hey, Otis can be right like a clock twice a day at 12. I'm just saying, just think about it. The stuff she been saving the mayor, and we wondering how he studied getting through. Just think about it. She's saving the mayor. She let the vote not go through, came back and let Leon switch it when she was already in the act of counting. And that was Candace probably asking her, what is you doing? You about to blow this. Davina know what she doing. Y'all better quit playing. Keep thinking Davina just such a nice person. When it get down to money, hey, money talks, bullshit walks. Davina not going. Davina probably. We don't even know if Davina got a nonprofit allegedly. You don't know what stuff going on. That's like with Joe King. Allegedly at the time, he was getting city contracts. So you think he was going to go against the mayor? We seeing his people getting, you know what I'm saying? Just look at it. He not putting people on these boards who's not going to do what he's saying. He's rewarding them. They getting something. You know what I'm saying? They getting something. We just don't know it. But you do have to sit back. You don't know. We don't know what's going on. Wow. My fellow Seventh Ward said, just did a Google search. Allegedly, she don't live in Flint. Who, Davina? Or the Seventh Ward? Which one, T? That's what I'm saying. People not even looking at like what's really going on. Y'all better start looking at Davina. That clerk office need a whole new U-Haul. Like if I was listening, I don't, like I said, I don't think Del Rico want to play in that. Who wanna go in a race when you can't even have a fair race? And this being honest, they don't even want to do the residency stuff. At least if she did handle this, you wouldn't have this problem in 26 with residency. Because people gonna be like, oh, they ain't did nothing, so we can go ahead and do this. Winters already told y'all, told her, hey, just use your parents' address in Flint. They ain't gonna do no checking. He know they not gonna check because he got the people in place to do the checking. And they not gonna do it. Oh, Davina, all right, see? So what she care about it? Facts, Sherry Allen, people give her a pass because she's a soft-spoken person. Facts. That's what I'm telling y'all. Is people really paying attention on the games that's being played? She don't care about none of this that's going on. She in the mix. Oh, she looking at it, hey, my pay gonna go up. Because that's how I be back there. So I'm doing all this. What I'm gonna get paid for doing this. I'm not finna be putting myself on the line. I gotta make sure your people can't get recalled. Why you think the councilwoman in the second ward don't be tripping and nothing? They got the clerk office. That's why this mayor he got the clerk office and he got Lansing. Davina the one gonna put his people out. What you gonna put them out for when they know they got Liddell red-handedly? You heard Inez Brown say we need to start doing better. Davina wasn't listening to that shit. She like, shit, you was playing the game when you was here, so why I'm gonna do it? That's what Davina like, shit, okay. Neely like, we're gonna go and get her out the way. We're gonna play, we're gonna do this. Listen to me. We got 94.7 million in here. We're gonna be straight. We're gonna get you a raise. We're gonna do this and that. Don't worry about it. That's all they had, their conversation. Sat down there. So it's, and you know what I'm saying? And like I say, that's why I wouldn't be giving her no break. I love that Stanley Wood is putting her to the test. Yeah, it need to be more residents, but people got to understand, you know, who got money just to blow? You fighting against a machine. They got the judges. You got the court system. Yeah, facts. Facts. All these suburban city workers that can care less because they don't lay their heads and don't lay down in Flint. Facts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't care about that. So it's like she, you know what I'm saying? She come in like, oh, I'm trying. Nah, that's why I was telling Time. I stayed on that with Inez, but nah, them ain't no treasures. Y'all calling them treasures. These people has hurt the city. Liddell done got in that seat, but they wanted Maurice Davis gone. Y'all go back and watch that. They did not focus on Liddell not living here. She wasn't here the full year. Sis Audrey was, but the focus on she was going to it, but she didn't have no other people that was helping her. And like Winter said, don't you know them people that knew Liddell didn't stay here, but the biggest thing they wanted Maurice out. They overlooked residency to get Maurice out. And let's don't play. When Sir Major came up here, they thought they was gonna give they thought Sir Major was gonna take Eric's seat. Just think about the games that they played. This wasn't nothing new. They have been working. These people just sat up and didn't understand the game on how it was, and they got played at their own game. That's why you see council is made up of most of Neely people. Now, he had a few defectors. You know what I'm saying? Dennis had to defect after he seen it. We ain't going to hold that against him. He defected. Judy stayed over there. But I do understand when you have to try to do business. But this mayor, if you ain't his, why you think he giving Jonathan probably some break because he got a voting block over there he don't want to go at too bad. Same thing with Dennis Block. He don't, he need that A4 voting block over there. That's why you'll see he'll do his back and forth, but he ain't gonna press the A4 and that 9-4 like I hear do that first, that second, and that third ward. You know what I'm saying? You see how he be trying to, but he be more trying to go at Tanya in that 6th ward, but he use a certain part of the 6th ward. And y'all know where it's at, over there by McLaren. You know. And then you see if he do come where it's majority black at when he came over there with the old Bunch School, I can't think what it is. You see he wanted to have selected people there. And you see when he came over there to the Hasselbrink Center, you got to put your questions you got to submit questions for you can prep for them. Hell no, when we get there, you know what we're going to talk about because we're going to ask you. All that, we going to prep for my questions. That's not real. This is not no fucking interview. This a town hall meeting, but this is all the games that they play. Facts, Miss Tina Smith. Facts. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? I like that 120 likes, though, Common Sense, because we had 118. A couple people fell off. We was up to 130. We got up to 130. They're going to get to liking Otis in a minute. Is Don P running for mayor in 2026? He should. But I'll tell you this, if he do, I'm saying this for the black shit. Y'all get them people, them Boulay, the budget Boulay members out. I'm telling you. And that's you starting with the mayor. You starting with the state rep. You starting with the 2nd and 7th ward. You got to get, it's so many black, Flint got the low budget Boulay members, but they dangerous. You got to get a lot of them out. I'm just telling you. I just thought about it. Shit. I'm telling you, we up here. I don't want to battle with the big Boulay members because they got a little more connection because they even worse. But these little low-budget Boulay members here is downright diabolical. Downright diabolical. Yep, I won't be going out to no people restaurants, black on, none of that. I'll just be eating at home from here on out. That's what I'll be doing. I'll just be eating at home. It's better anyway. It said just okay. Oh my goodness. Let me get this. I'm just saying, like the other counter does not update real time. You got to refresh your page. Facts, refresh your page, family. Mickey, don't know if it was mentioned. Tyler Olivier on YouTube, 8 million followers, did a 25-minute documentary yesterday on Flint. It was very interesting. But what was the but part, Renetta the Goddess? Tyler. What was the but part? I might have to reach out to Tyler and get Winters on there, let him talk to Winters. It was sad, but it was facts. Flint is sad. But you had these people telling you like this Mahala Drive over here or something. You know what I'm saying? This is like a 5-star place up in Flint, and the way the stuff is going on. Like I'm telling you, man, we got, like you see Art doing, he got to have a cancer cluster study. They doing a study on the cancers here. Diabolical. But to me, it's just like, it's another way they finna come in here. They created the situation. Now they finna be experimenting on the people. Like I done told you, I done lost so many family members, man, from cancer. Is diabolical. And not naming the other people who done lost that's not family, who ain't told their stories. You know what I'm saying? That family dying from this. This is not real what we experiencing here in Flint. But it is real. And like I said, and like I said, and like I said, they didn't want to get the people here Medicaid for life. I mean, free, like this is diabolical what we going through. But we got people showing off. They got new schools. They ain't telling you that they're graduating the kids reading at a 3rd and 4th grade level. Hey, Sherry Allen. That's why I don't think Del Rico don't want to get up in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Del Rico want to get up in that. And I think for Don, I'm not saying he can't get the votes, but is really the people that's backing Neely. Can Don take enough of them away from him? Because them people that, you know what I'm saying, do they look at Don as a radical? Look how they doing Miss Beverly. I mean, look how they did Miss Gladys Williams. You know what I'm saying? Look how they did Debbie. Look how they did, you know what I'm saying? Do they look at them as radicals? You know what I'm saying? Like going against the system that's in control. That's the only thing. Like we have to really look at that. Do they look at Don them as being radicals or, you know what I'm saying, bucking the system? Because other than that, you know, how far are they gonna be able to go? Oh wow, okay. I got you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, that's how it is right now. You know, that like I say, no wonder people don't want to deal with residency fraud. Cause that might, you know, like I say, until we get that did, like I say, until you get that did, you ain't gonna get nothing. Until we get all these FBI's up out of running for council and up in administration, them the friends, brothers, and in laws. Until you shape that up, like I said, I don't think Del Rico will want to run. I think Don want to run. He because he feel he can do something. But when you got the mayor and the clerk locked in like this, now we see why his wife can win all them votes like that. You know, get 10,000 votes, blow people out. Listen, you can't win. You're not gonna get a fair election for a woman who ain't even got out here, did no debates, ain't did nothing. For people can say she did this for Flint. When you see her out, her husband doing most of the talking. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, like seriously. I mean, this is where we at right now, family. So yeah, I can see Neely winning again. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see no threat to him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see no threat. And I hate to say it, family, but when you got the clerk office, your wife be blowing people out. If I the state rep run, like she just, I don't see no help. I see him running another till he just walk away. I don't see no, I don't see none. Hey, facts. Look, hey, Winter's been telling y'all. I mean, y'all don't be listening because you know a lot of people they be going at us. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people doing this when she was telling y'all, he is deeply rooted in the city of Flint. And when he got a lockdown of that clerk office, he already had Lansing, but he locked down that clerk office. Man, I don't think Del Rico coming over there, to be honest with you. Del Rico don't want this. I'm 10 minutes from Chicago, and it's sad here too. I hate the crime. Enough is enough. Facts, Renetta the goddess. Facts. But I'm just saying, Neely got this on lock. He listen, when you got Davina, you got Lansing. Who can beat you? Who can beat you? He can just put some stuff in and come out and say you won by 40 some votes. Absentee ballots. And he got learned the game on how to play the absentee ballot. Shit. He got control. Unless the powers that be, until he pissed him off, like how he had to come out and get that apology up when he found out what he said up in Jordan Sheraton book. Oh, facts, Carol Kincaid. Thank you for tapping in. She says, sadly, Mickey, you are speaking truth. A lot of dissatisfaction, but no one vetting anyone else. Tears, facts. Yeah, I mean, I mean, when you look at it, because I was sitting back thinking about it, and I'm like, damn, why wouldn't Davina then, like, you know, because I'll be having conversations with individuals. We always go back over when we be seeing the meetings and stuff and stuff me and Winters might talked about. And the individual like was telling me, he was like, fam, you ain't paid attention that Davina is in on this. You ain't looking at it. Think about when Leon voted for Miss Beverly Biggs. Y'all looked at Candace, because she was saying stop it. All the other ones was shook when Dennis played the move. He said, but Davina was supposed to do the roll call. Candace couldn't stop her from doing the roll call to change it up. Said Davina could have did that. Davina stopped because she know if Leon get out of that seat, what's going on. They didn't want Miss Biggs in that. I mean, they want Miss Biggs in that third ward. I'm like, damn. Even coming back to this, say, okay, she took the paper up there, Lance, and put it back in her lap. Why she ain't doing nothing about it? She see what's going on because she was there to do a job. We've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled. That's like even like he said, like me and my family was talking. He was like, dude, just look at Liddell. They know she wasn't there. I'm like, damn. And Davina ain't messing with that one. Look at 21. They like he said, that was blatant. And when Mark Hutchinson brought that out, he's like, that was blatant. He be watching, he probably watching right now. He was like, man, when that he's like, you didn't look at that and you couldn't tell who was in on it. I'm like, damn. Facts, new one said, you right. We looked at Candace, but it was Davina Carr. Facts. Here go Mark Hutchinson. Neely got Flint on lock. He shows the powers that be that he got his ninjas under control, boss. He took the senior center and give you no money, and they still voted for me, boss. Facts. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's like people when we be getting called, like I get calls, have these conversations, like y'all not paying attention what's really going on. That's like even the rumblings in the street. Oh, Davina, let 2026 handle it out. She pushing it down to what's her name? She know what she doing. She know what she signed up for. That's like with them 6 papers and recall papers that got lost. Them papers ain't get lost. Davina knew they got lost. They got a well-fine oil machine going down. She not gonna do nothing. When she let 21 slide, that should have been telling to everybody. And know it. And this ain't me taking no shots because I don't deal with them. I'm calling a spade a spade. Facts, common sense, but they would probably lock him up though. They'd lock one of my Gaddis clan up doing that. See, because they wouldn't go with the program unless they're gonna go with the program. See, that's the whole thing we missing. This is programming what's going down. Right. Davina was really the fairy. Davina sitting up here. Why you think what happened to Delegate Sandy and her daughter when they went to jail? Davina could have said, no, hold up, Liddell. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this. Davina just sit back and let them say, okay, you know, like they running it because she knew she supposed to been chairing them meetings. Davina know what she was supposed to be doing. Davina know the games that they playing, but Davina just sitting up here. We over here. We looking over here. Oh, you know, Candace Dunn is wrong, but Davina letting Candace Dunn play the game. Davina knows she can stop that, just like the city attorney when coming to council was optional. It was only optional because they guy was in trouble because he was missing, and they went to say let's dock pay. You know that's just what Miss Ann. Yeah, when you take the oath of to lie, you're being paid off. Facts, right? That's what they took an oath for. They ain't thinking about nobody here. They ain't thinking about nobody here. That's why you keep thinking they like we all be sitting up there. Davina, no, Davina let 21 get up in there because she been letting everybody else do it. That's why you have to get people like they are not good for the community. They are good for themselves and for the people who they trying to enrich. They don't care. But I could see if it was different. If he was really doing the work over there, they doing the work. I'd be like, listen, they doing the work. But these people come in questionable. Like I said, go back to Johnny Cole. Look at Johnny Cole. Usually you be guilty by association. I get flack for some of the shit Winters do. And I ain't been and done it, but I understand and I'll be like, they come at me. I get this because Winters might put something out here. You know what I'm saying? I get dogged out because it's guilty because they know we do a show together and we cool. We rock together. So I'm going to catch hell, but these people ain't catching no hell. But you know what I'm saying? I caught hell. And what she was doing was just putting facts out here. And he don't get guilty by association. If you can't tell me hypocrisy, I don't know what to say. Was able to be around schools, able to steal signs, had Weaver signs in the back of his truck and got caught. Didn't get in trouble for it. Like I said, what's up, Sarah P in the building? When she was running, Rose was running for the first ward, not once, twice. When they burnt hers down, twice. Didn't nothing happen? The police ain't come up here and do no checking out or nothing? Like, are you serious? Like I mean, like I said, Winters got some stuff she want to break out too. Let me be honest with y'all. You know, she got some stuff when she come when she get back. She got. I'm not even. She was telling me some of it yesterday. Like she told me some of it yesterday. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You see the games that's being played. There's so many people in on it, and it's just like it's crazy. They do not care about really this. They trying to get that money. I get it. Ain't like this the first time stealing and went down. But at least you could have did something for the residents here. You could have fixed something. You could have did some roofs. What you gonna do? You just doing all your friends' roofs? But you know what? They don't really be thinking Renetta the goddess, the karma is real. Like that's like the mayor. He don't believe in God. They don't believe. Them pastors don't believe in God because they wouldn't be selling out to the people like this. If they really believe they die, they gonna see God. They would shit their pants again. They'll probably drop dead twice. They've been to die when they went at the gates, and you know what I'm saying. They have a second death. Oh, for sure. Thank you. I ain't going. I was trying to hold y'all in here. I was sweating bullets over here. Like, ah, damn it, they mad because I ain't winning. And she come with it. You heard? But no, like I say, no, who coming? Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have the Just a Thought gonna be co-hosting with me in the morning. That's gonna be Yogi G and Anna will be on Friday morning with me. Like I say, and then come Monday, I'm bringing. With further ado, I'm bringing Brother Roberts on because we're gonna have a facts new when you mean I'm gonna start cutting them the illegal pastors. No, that's they knew them the real illegals. These illegal pastors that's saying they with God. Them are illegals. I'm telling you, I'm gonna bring them on because we had a conversation and we talked and this stuff you'll be able to see us talk. This things I want to do a little more of while we getting the nightly nip together. But I'm gonna still try to get y'all together for the morning. I didn't want to lose y'all out because I look, I enjoy seeing y'all every morning. So I was not gonna let y'all down and not be up here to keep something we've been doing for about 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to and you know and probably periodically, you know, Winters might pop on some days when she free, but I know that afternoon is the best time she got. Thanks, new one. Thank you. But like I said, I'm gonna be bringing some, you know, some different things. And family. I ain't forgot the sports show. I'm working. I've been working hard. What I am gonna do, and I'm gonna announce it on this. I don't know what day I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna try to pick. No, thank you, Yogi G. Look, you and Anna, I respect y'all, brother Elliot. You know what I'm saying. Y'all come help me out. You know what I'm saying when I need y'all. So listen, for sure. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna depend on y'all to help hold this down. Why Winters? You know, she got things. You know, she's just like I said, she's a sports mom, so she had to take her daughter driving training. You know what I'm saying. I love you back, Tasha Lynn. So like I don't know. I'm probably starting next week. I'm gonna try to do some auditions for the sports show. You know I was talking about it this morning. Thank you, Avis Hopkins. I'm gonna set a spot out at one of the bars or something to start doing it. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get some people before we can do this. No, I appreciate y'all, Tony Terry. Y'all make it easy. Y'all make it easy to come turn on. To turn this thing on. But hey, I enjoyed y'all, Wanda Smith, Mr. Classic. Hey, listen, I do it for y'all. But I'm gonna work on it. I don't know if it's gonna be this weekend or next weekend because I'm trying to get out my boot if I can start. I really ain't been trying to go out. Thank you, the beautiful Terry Nixon. I'm up on here. This how I'm moving around, fam. Let me tell you. I'm moving around in the boot. If you can see it, I got a boot on my ankle, man. So it's kind of hard to move around when you dragging this heavy thing, man. So I really ain't been getting out like I needed to be moving around. For sure, for sure. You said no FSU fan. Listen, I'm in. I'm having to get one of y'all, but like I say, I have been talking to an individual at a bar downtown that I was supposed to do it. Thank you, Renetta, the goddess with the $5 super chat. Thank you, thank you. I've been talking to a couple people, but man, it's hard to get. Hey, old Boop McGee that got Otis for a show. It's hard, man, to try to get working around these schedules with individuals to get them on. But I'm gonna start doing I don't know. I might next weekend start doing some auditions to see who I can bring on to do a sports show with and everything. I was trying to get some free time. I'm gonna go buy another roadcaster and two more mics and some more equipment for it can be at this club where we're gonna shoot the sports show at. While I won't be having to take this from here, trying to move everything in another camera. So that's what I've really been doing behind the scenes, trying to get everything together. If I can have that together over there, if I won't be trying to like you be seeing me taking the tripods from here because we be blowing through tripods. So I'm trying to do it professionally for something y'all can really enjoy for the sports fans that's gonna be tapping in. But it's like trying to find some people that I know y'all are tune in and watch because people see I'm not the type that's gonna trip if it's only 5 coming in. Hey, Tony Terry, I'm gonna be watching it too. But I don't, people trip. I understand. I came from when I didn't have nobody watching. Only had like 1 or 2 people. Me, I believe if you stay patient, they will come. But you got to find the talent, you know what I'm saying, and the chemistry that will make people want to watch y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I be trying to hit it every time, Luckily, I was able to have a Winters. I even go back to the Shatara to Winters, even able to work with Tanya. You know what I'm saying? Because Tanya and Winters, I'll be honest, done with some of the biggest shows that I did far as females on people tuning in to watch. Thank you, Queen Anifa. For show shooting the shit, T. We're gonna get it together. But I'm a Michigan fan, and a Lions fan. So we beefing, T, my fellow 740. Oh, hey, Tony, you better not lose. I know Lumi don't gonna be going at you about that. So you know what you know what I'm saying, family. So be patient with me, man. I'm gonna get it together. But like I tell you, I'm gonna be here. I'll see y'all in the morning. I'm gonna see y'all back at 6:00. We'll be on this night. I'm gonna give her Winters and see if she gonna make it tonight. But I'm gonna be here for $5 Friday. So I'm telling y'all, don't forget that $5 Friday. And I didn't say nothing at the first was yesterday because a little Otis need a little help. But I got a shout out to lovely Carolyn Hendricks and Renee Jackson. And if they don't never forget me on the first, but I'll be waiting on y'all tomorrow with a $5 Friday. And I got to get back with Dr. Petroni because I do want to get off and talking about some of these international politics that I'm seeing going on. And I know Dr. Petroni can really fill in that blank. So I'm gonna be getting at him on this, for we can get some of this talk that's really going on. So stay strong, family. Peace. I love y'all. I see y'all back at 6:00. And I'm gonna stay safe and y'all stay safe too. And we're gonna try to give y'all another excellent show tonight. Peace, family.